Wait, take it easy. They text me yesterday, and I say, look, I'm not gonna talk about any other fight. I'm focused 100% on this fight. If he wants to work with me, it's in my way, not in their way.
Oh, man. It's going down. Yeah, we got beef between His Excellency Turkey Sheik and Saul Canelo Alvarez. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, we got some beef. But first, if you guys didn't show up to my live stream yesterday and my reaction to the press conference, Canelo Alvarez and Berlanga, we are giving away here in this community the autograph Canelo Alvarez with an autograph of Eddie Hearn boxing glove. We giving this away this weekend for the fights this weekend. Virgil Ortiz versus Boachuk. That fight can be fight of the year. Okay, I mean, it's a barn burner. It's just a bombs away brawl. I can't wait to watch that fight. That fight is going to be exciting. Also, just so you know that this is authentic, I do have the certificate of authenticity that will be provided to the winner along with the boxing glove. Let me put that in the glove so you guys know, so I don't lose it. That's very important. Okay, all right. Turkey Sheik and Canelo Alvarez, their beef. Let's discuss this real quick. Let's go over the beef, and then I'm going to give my analysis.
Crawford needs to fight Teofimo first, and then we'll see, right?
Exactly.
At the end of the day, like I said before, I'm not asking for that fight. They text me yesterday, and I say, look, I'm not gonna talk about any other fight. I'm focused 100% on this fight.
What didn't you like about how he approached? Like, what was
It's not the way to approach. It's not the way to approach to me. Look, I respect everybody, and I respect Turkey, but look, if he wants to work with me, it need to be in my way.
You know what? I'm going to say this about that. I don't mind that response. I'm not going to talk about Terrence Bud Crawford because I'm focused on Berlanga. It makes sense. He said he respects Turkey Sheik, and he also said he thinks Crawford should take on Teofimo Lopez, which I don't. But I'd love to know what you all think. Okay, so let's see what Turkey Sheik had to say. He said, I heard what Canelo said, that he respects me, but doesn't like the way we do business. I don't know if he said that. I think he said, Canelo said, if he wants to do business with me, he has to do it my way.
If he wants to work with me, it need to be in my way.
But, okay, that's how he interpreted it. As for him respecting me, it doesn't matter to me if he does or not, okay? As for the way I do business, I know why he doesn't like it. Uh-oh, why? Because I only target big fights at fair prices. Well, so of course, anyone who likes easy fights, oh shit, won't like it. Here we go. Here we go. Let me get my pineapple, dog. Let me get my pineapple. Pineapple! Okay. And I know how he feels after losing to Bill. So he's been looking for easier fights ever since. Also, I'm not the one who's afraid of fighting Benavidez or Crawford. Oh my goodness. Therefore, I knew he was wasting our time. Okay? And making excuses with big amounts of money that can't be paid. Okay? So I'm continuing my way to make big fights that serve the boxing world. Good. And he's on his way to making easy show only fights. Okay. I do have something to say. I do have something to say about that. You know, I'm friends with His Excellency Turkey Sheik. That's my brother. But I do have some criticisms here. I do. Let me see. He said, therefore, I knew he was wasting our time. He was wasting our time. Well, you know, Canelo Alvarez, he was never really about the Crawford fight. He has said that over and over again. But the fans were. And I think His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh was trying to satisfy the fan base. And we'll get to that in a minute. He says, I'm not the one who's afraid of fighting Benavidez or Crawford. Hilarious. I do think he's afraid of fighting the Mexican mob. Therefore, I knew he was wasting our time and making excuses with big amounts of money that can't be paid. So I'm continuing my way to make big fights that serve the boxing world. Okay, so that's in a little bit of contradiction to what he noted yesterday. But with that said, Canelo Alvarez, I don't know how much money he asked for, but Turki Al-Sheikh did say before the Crawford fight, he did say that Canelo would have to be a fool to turn down the offer he offered.
I give him the offer. If he's smart, he will accept it.
But we don't know what was offered, and we don't know Canelo's counter. But I do have a response to, so I'm continuing my way to make big fights that serve the boxing world. Good. That is good. Because we have this. When I asked, do you want Canelo versus Crawford next? 68% said no, they don't want it. And that's only 580 people. That's not enough of a sample size. But I also posted it on YouTube. And where I asked, do you want Canelo versus Crawford next? And a whopping 70% says no. So to serve the people, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, the people do not want Crawford versus Canelo. So we know that now. There was a time when the people did. And I thought it was just basically off of how well Crawford performed versus Errol the True Spence. And there was a time when people wanted Spence versus Canelo Alvarez. So when you see Crawford beat the hell out of Spence and Crawford say that he thinks he could beat Canelo, I don't blame the people for responding that way. Me, I didn't get too hyped up about it. I thought that was just really going too far, but that's just me. But there was a time when people, Canelo versus Crawford would be serving the people. Now, 70% of people, period, it looks like don't want the fight. At least the majority of people don't want the fight. But His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh did say if he can't make the fight with Canelo, he'd like to make the fight with Crawford and Virgil Ortiz.
If he doesn't, I want Ortiz.
You want Ortiz? Virgil Ortiz versus Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Not a bad pivot, because before the big hyped up, fight people were talking about with Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, before that, once upon a time, when we were all just thinking like logical boxing fans, we did want Crawford versus Ortiz. We wanted Crawford versus Boots back during those times. And I think that's when we were being very logical, and I don't think there's a reason to get off that. Unless Boachuk beats Virgil Ortiz come Saturday. Now, if Virgil Ortiz handles business with Boachuk on Saturday, and instead of in February, you have, Crawford versus Canelo, which is no longer in conversation, come February, you can have Crawford versus Ortiz. There will be a lot of satisfied and served boxing fans. Let me know how you all feel in the comments below. ShowBizz or don't. There would not be a hump day today. It's just not enough boxing news today. I'm out.